It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's true, it is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Part 2 of your entertainment news is coming your way, Mr. South Africa. Just fixing his sash a little bit. Dylan is still around. Majavi. You got to say it right, because you got to come correct. Let's move on to international news. Are you ready?
Yes,
I'm terrified now.
No, you're
after
gonna-
our local news was quite a roller coaster.
You're going to love the first story, I promise you. It's about David Beckham. Are you a fan?
What would David say? I am the fan.
Yeah, are you a fan
I am.
of his pop culture
I feel like
side?
he
No,
changed
just
what he
in
was
terms of the
saying.
person that he is.
The personality. Okay, now you've got to address him as Sir David Beckham.
Erday.
Put some respect on the man's
Come
name. He's
on.
officially been knighted in the King's Birthday Honours list.
done.
And they recognize his contribution to sports and charity. They tried this a couple years ago, but because of tax-related issues, it didn't quite make it. But
He was
2025
a spice boy
his
back
year.
then.
He was.
No longer a
Cardamom.
spice boy.
He was cardamom.
Guys, I'll weigh in with this one because what he has done for football in America has opened up a new gateway for the world. And unfortunately, America's just getting really good now. Watching like Inter Miami play in the Club World Cup right now.
Right.
Amazing. First of all, watching African players play against Messi in the Club World Cup.
Mamelodi Sundowns, come
I
on
mean,
now.
Come on, guys. But I think Bex has done, when you look at his documentary on Netflix, and you see what he has gone through, he was slated by his own coach at one of the darkest times of his career, and he still kept pushing through. So he means a lot within sport and a lot outside. So knight him every day, man.
100%. I think also just the person that he is, when I say that, is the sense that the example that he's been globally in terms of leading that, opening doors, gateways, and
being so good looking.
100%. I can not that. But what I want to say, just the power couple that they are, even, you know. And now his wife is calling him Knight in Shining Armor.
Of course.
What a title!
But now when I see him, do I have to?
You do.
Yeah,
You have to bow.
Sir, that's a
officially.
knight.
I feel like you were doing this before 2025, though.
I was just like that. I'd be freakishly close to him in his personal space. David, what would you
Well,
say?
there's the wife's message to him, Miss,
Mama.
who was she? Posh Spice, Victoria Beckham. And she just basically said that he has always been my knight in shining armor, but now it is official. Sir David Beckham Knight. Absolutely.
Not in shining armor, in palazzo pants and a dress when required. And this is in the 90s, yo. He started that trend. You can imagine Sir Alex Ferguson looking at young David Beckham in a pair of palazzo pants rocking up to a press conference.
Only he could.
For his girl, yo, for his girl.
I love
Lovely,
him, man.
Dave.
It's
I think he's
amazing.
got a fan
Sir
in all of us.
David.
Sir David Beckham. Well, let's move on to another 90s heartthrob, Mr. Brad Pitt and his girlfriend. Her name is Ines de Ramon. They made their second red carpet debut. Now, they've been quite private about their relationship. They've been together since 2022. And at the F1 premiere, the two of them showed up looking gorgeous. And then a bit later on, there was a bit of a double date moment happening between Bradley Cooper and also Gigi Hadid. And I think there's a trend going on with the established men and the younger girls.
I was going to say it's the oversized era. They're leaning into my oversized era as
there you
well.
go.
His style is
Grace.
amazing,
Come
and I think is it because he has a younger girl? Now
I
it's just like
mean, give credit where it's due.
Style is elevating.
You'll understand this as you get older. You
Yes.
don't mature as a man. You just remain the child that you are. So go easy on the gents that are single, that are dating maybe, and that goes for below or above their age bracket. A man will be the eternal idiot child that he is. And sometimes you find a match in a younger generation. It's
It just
just the way
happens to be
that it
so.
is. My wife is quite a bit younger than me, okay? But she is
I knew
still
that was
the more
coming.
mature person in the relationship.
Look, they always say maintain that childlike, is
Enthusiasm.
in you. Don't let the old man in. Never
Why
let
were
the
you
old
looking
man
directly into my
As I'm
soul
getting older,
when
I'm
you
telling
said
myself
that?
He doesn't have a mirror in front of him, Grace. He has to tell you. Okay, fair enough. I do think that there should be boundaries within that. Because, wow, don't be on your Hugh Hefner. Do you know what I mean?
Look, but I also think it's quite a publicity stunt, if you ask me, because he's also released a movie that's being released on the 27th of June. So I think it's a kind of thing where it's like, because he's what you call, he's one of the producers on the film.
Nice.
So, you know,
On
it's kind
F1.
of the F1.
Yes.
Yeah, that movie.
Can we bring back that first photo that we showed? Because I actually think I need to make a really important point He doesn't care
doesn't
what
care.
any of us
He
think
doesn't
or
care.
say. He is
doesn't
walking
care.
around
That's Brad Pitt. Come
like
on.
that with that.
He's
Looking
also
like
looking
Austin
brand
Powers.
new.
I
Yeah,
mean,
he
that's
gonna be
kinda-
okay. He gonna be okay.
But
Yep.
I think you don't do anything without like a reason. So I think this is one of the reasons in terms of like if he kept it quiet for so long and now all of a sudden.
They're on the red
And
carpet.
yeah, look, he's
Come on,
running with some cool
because-
kids as well. You can see in the filming space. So maybe he's just, getting some street
He
cred.
did
No,
get
he's
like
happy
a
and in
new
love.
look to him. He probably had some nip tuck, and Brad Pitt has always been the looker,
And he
he's
looks
still
good in the
looking just
movie
as
also.
good.
I was like,
Yeah.
okay, we see you.
We see
Still
you.
holding
Go,
that
go
age
and
well.
watch again for yourselves.
Yeah.
Legends of the Fall. Every straight man in the world fell in love with Brad Pitt watching that movie. Just if you want to know Brad, the real Brad. The real Brad with the hair,
With
the
the
locks.
hair,
Go
Brad.
and check it out.
Oh, I like that. All right. I assume he's both your types. I think we can establish that.
But David, you're still number one. You're still number one, sir.
Let's move on to maybe a more serious matter, R. Kelly. It's a name that we maybe shouldn't be saying out loud, but a serious matter occurred and we have to talk about it. He's currently facing some safety concerns after he overdosed in prison. And he was taking his medication, as one does at his age, I assume, while being in solitary confinement, and they gave him too much, a dangerous amount of dosage. So at the moment, he's saying, okay, my legal team's going to get involved because it feels like officials are plotting to harm me.
I don't think it. Look, my opinion, I
Yes.
think it seems quite fabricated in a sense. I mean, the man is 58 years old and he's been sentenced for 30 years. And
Is he trying to get out? Is that
Yes,
what
I think he's trying to get out. He's like, listen, can I live my remaining lives outside these gates? But it's one of those things where they're even pleading to Donald Trump to release him. And you're like,
Wow.
Hey, listen,
but
the one
listen,
person that
everybody's in
might.
prison for a reason.
Yeah. But I think with so much going on in that media space right now, he must be feeling, hang on a minute, there's someone worse than me in this space now. And I know we can joke about it. It's the most awful stuff that is.
Of
and I suppose
course.
because so much of it relates to people that we've known through
Yeah.
the celebrity lens and the window. But I think you're absolutely on the money. Create a little bit of drama because we know the courts in America, all due respect, are swayed by public opinion.
Yep.
There's a lot of agenda being played out in that public opinion space. And I would imagine the courts, just like American politics, just like American business, it's going to bleed into there as well.
Interesting. They did say they discovered some blood clots in his system, and so it is quite serious in his legs and in his lungs. So not necessarily fake, but we don't know if he's going to use this as a scapegoat in order to get out of that prison cell in solitary confinement. The man stepped in the name of misconduct, and I say keep him behind. closed
Yeah,
doors.
I think that was
No.
all of us are struggling to decide whether we care or not.
Look, for me personally, I'm like, I don't think I care as much. Because look, for these victims, there's that also.
Most importantly, yeah.
Like I say, you've been put in prison for a reason. So has many other people been put in prison for a reason. Now, because you have some sort of privilege, in a sense, to say like, listen, this is what's happening
Yeah.
to me in prison. And it's also, due to the article, it's anxiety medication. So I'm like, is it fabricated? Is it like real?
Yeah.
We don't know. But from my personal opinion, I'm just like, listen.
What did
you
he
gotta
did he
stay
almost
real.
calm himself to death? Or what? I mean, how do you overdose on? And now I know I'm being very trite and silly about it because I think we have to try and make light.
We
'cause
do, but also
freaking
keep
R.
him
Kelly.
behind bars.
Yes.
Like, this shouldn't even be a conversation. There's way too much evidence for the man to be stepping out of anywhere, and he needs to serve his time as he's done so much wrong to so many people.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, R. Kelly, we'll keep our eyes on you and you, Donald Trump. His attorneys have also appealed to former, as Graham said, or at least didn't say it, former current president Donald Trump for clemency, arguing that R. Kelly's life is in danger behind bars. Well, that is it. We'll definitely keep our eyes on entertainment and make sure that we keep you update on everything. And if not, it's on our social platforms. So make sure you stay up to date with everything that's happening at Expresso Show.